So for my entertainment speech, I'm going to talk about the wonderful stories of parenthood. So I have 3 children. The oldest name is Blake. He is 6. Bradley is 4. And Amelia is 10 months old. So one day, the boys wanted to go outside and play with our neighbor, whom they call Neighbor Boy. They know his name, but they insist on calling him Neighbor Boy. So they wanted to go outside and play with him. I kept telling them no because I was trying to clean and put some stuff away. Well, so 10-15 minutes goes by. I'm upstairs. I think they're downstairs playing. And all of a sudden I hear the door open and close. So I go downstairs and I'm looking around for them and I can't find them anywhere. I open up, look outside. They are yelling for the neighbor to come over and play with them. And when I mean they are yelling, Neighbor Boy, come play with us. They can't call him by his actual name. They have to call him Neighbor Boy. So I yell at them to come inside. So they come inside, sit down, I'm asking them like, why would you guys go outside by yourselves? Whose idea was to go by yourself? You know, why would you do this after I told you not to? Bradley's like, we wanted to play with the Neighbor Boy, you know, and then Blake, he starts telling me about how he's like, well, he wanted us to come out and play with them. I'm like, how do you know he wanted you to come outside and play with them? He's like, because he was outside and he was waiting for us. He said, if I didn't go outside and play with them, then he would think we didn't want to play with us. If he he didn't go outside and play with them, then the Neighbor Boy would think that they didn't want to play with him anymore. I was like, no, that's not how it works. That's not what he would think whatsoever. Then he started telling me that he just had to go outside. He said he had to. I'm like, what do you mean you had to, Blake? Now let me remind you, he is 6 years old. He told me, he said he couldn't help himself. His exact words were when I asked him why he had to go outside after I told him not to, was, I couldn't help myself, Mommy. I just had to. I couldn't stop myself. So he basically told me he had to go outside and play with the Neighbor Boy because if he didn't, then the Neighbor Boy would think they didn't want to play and would go back inside. So, needless to say, they have not done that again. They both had to stand in the corner for a little bit of time, so they learned their lesson. However, they do still call him Neighbor Boy, and every time we go outside, they try to yell, Neighbor Boy, come outside and play, instead of calling him by his name, which they do know. And that would conclude my entertainment speech.